This is what remains of Myung-dong Kir's home, a handful of floor tiles that survived the bulldozers.
I want to live in this same place. It's the place that gave me happiness and security.
Myung, his wife, and 15-month-old daughter were among the 4,000 families who once lived here near Bangkok Lake, a lake now filled in with dirt to make way for luxury apartments and shops. The project is under development by a joint Cambodian-Chinese company that signed a 99-year lease with the Cambodian government. The lakeside residents say the developer offered families the option to relocate to a site 25 kilometers outside the capital city, or $8,500 in compensation, a paltry sum, they say, given what the land is worth now. This man says, it's very difficult for us. People have now become fearful of the word development. People are forced away like cattle. Residents like Myung, who rejected the developer's offer and chose to remain, saw their homes destroyed. The nonprofit Bridges Across Borders Cambodia provided these photos of the developer pumping mud and sand into the lakeside villages in December of 2010. This video from Radio Free Asia, a U.S. government-funded broadcaster, shows violent clashes between evicted residents and armed guards in September. A week and a half after the clashes, the residents say security forces hired by the developer drove through their neighborhood in the middle of the night and tried to intimidate them by firing guns into the air. The deputy general director of the development company tells CNN he knows nothing about the violence. Myung and his family are now homeless, like many others who chose to stay, and they have little recourse as they did not hold the land title for their homes. This isn't uncommon in Cambodia, where the Khmer Rouge destroyed all land records in the 70s. In 2001, Cambodia passed a land law that allowed anyone living on a property for 5 years to apply for a land title. In 2002, the World Bank undertook land titling projects in various communities, including Bangkok Lake. But the residents here say that process never got underway. The World Bank itself acknowledges that it never followed through with hiring NGOs to help the residents. It has since pressured the Cambodian government to do more. The situation got so bad that this summer, the World Bank decided to suspend loans to Cambodia. The World Bank sent this statement. The World Bank's last loan to Cambodia was in December of 2010. Until an agreement is reached with the residents of Bangkok Lake, we do not expect to provide any new lending to Cambodia. The government is continuing to implement existing programs, and we are working with the government to ensure that all its legal obligations under those projects will be met. Part of the controversy stems from the players involved in the development. A powerful Cambodian senator, Lau Mung Kin, owns the development company spearheading the project. Critics say the senator and his partners stand to earn billions, while the poor are relocated to areas outside of the city where jobs and other opportunities are scarce.
Land is power. Control over land is power in Cambodia, and the donors need to recognize the political economy in which they're operating.
CNN reached out directly to the senator. He did not respond, but the developer's office said the event had achieved, quote, a peaceful conclusion. Meanwhile, the government responded to the outcry. After the World Bank suspended loans in August, the Prime Minister agreed to award villagers 12.44 hectares of land within the development area. Villagers and rights activists acknowledge this was a major concession, but not enough for many of the people who were displaced. The most important thing is that I am able to live in the same location, says Myung. He and a handful of other families who lost their homes have vowed to fight on and rebuild in the places their homes once stood. Pauline Chu, CNN, Phnom Penh.